Alright, hello everyone, it's Happy, and you guys definitely knew we were going to talk about the Chimera, because since I got it, I'm convinced that this is the best premium tank in tier 8 for a noob, for a good player, for a unicum, whatever it is, whatever your experience is, this tank is going to be the best. For example, let's take the Progetto 46. That tank is going to be more or less for players with more experience, because let's be honest, it has a drum and it has no armor, but it has decent speed and the gun is very good. So overall, this is going to be a tank for experienced players. The Chimera, on the other hand, actually has some armor, it has big alpha, and it has a decent mobility. That's the combination you need for every single type of player in the game. If you're experienced, this tank is going to be great. If you're not experienced, if you're brand new to the game, this tank is going to be great because of its alpha and armor as well as mobility. So this tank is just perfect. I think I have something like 15 games with 3,200 damage at tier 8, which is insane. At least for me, that's the best performing tier 8 tank I've seen in a while. And the consumables also help a lot. For experienced players, it makes the gameplay a lot more interesting. And this tank just made me fall in love. At first, I got this from the Snow Globe, and I was like, this is a piece of trash. Why did Wargaming give it to me? It's so cheap. But then, I actually played a few games, and I really enjoyed it. And since you do a lot of damage with this tank, you can also make a lot of credits. So overall, this is probably the only premium tank you're ever going to need for a few years. Let's be honest, you get this and then you're settled. If you're not a big fan of tier 10, boom, this is perfect. Tier 8, you make a lot of credits, you have fun, and this is probably one of the best, if not the best, premium tank at tier 8. Of course, tier 10 is a different tier, and therefore my opinion is going to change, because again, I'm not the biggest fan of tier 8, but when it comes to tier 8 tanks, I know a lot of people really enjoy them, and so Chimera is going to be the best choice out there. Before, people used to say the Action X, blah blah, but then again, the Action X isn't suited for everyone. Again, it's not as fast as the Chimera. The gun has a very small amount of alpha. I think it's 160, and you have to stand there, position properly. No, this tank is different. You come here, you smack someone for 450 plus, and then you keep driving your way. You feel me? This tank is amazing, and the gun is very comfortable because of the consumables. And so this tank provides a lot of variety in terms of gameplay. You don't have to think about, as an Action X, which hill should I take for me to use my gun depression and my turret armor. You don't think about that. Here you just come to the medium side, smack someone for 450, and you fall back. And then again, repeat to do 3,000, easy. You feel me? This tank is just completely different, and it changed my mind in terms of premium tanks, at least, because this is a very good and solid premium tank. And it's very cheap as well. I think you could get this for around 8,000, maybe less, maybe more gold, and it would definitely be worth the price, because you would be making a lot of credits with this. Of course, doing masteries, I don't know how easy that is, because that's also going to affect how well you could get credits, because I think this tank is quite popular, so maybe getting masters all the time in it is going to be hard. But in general, doing damage and farming the regular way shouldn't be a big deal at all, because this tank does do a lot of damage and is a very heavy hitter, even though it is a medium, which is very surprising to me. I expected this to be more or less like a heavy, but it is a medium, you know? And I try to play this like a heavy for some reason, even though it doesn't have the HP, I do kind of more or less play it as a heavy. But yeah, that's my opinion on the Chimera. Tell me if you guys agree. Maybe you guys disagree, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy is out. Bye-bye.